Hello everybody and welcome back to another college football video. Today we took the 8 best teams, not count Gonzaga because they are non-college football, but we took the 8 best teams in college basketball and we put them in a college football bracket. So we have the number 1 seed and the number 8 seed. Nebraska is actually the number 9 with the Gonzaga thing, but in this they will be the number 8 seed to see what basketball team is the best at football. So Nebraska's going to start the ball here where we will be on 1 minute quarters, and they're going to start out with a giant pass. Stepping back now, Dylan Raiola, a future Duck, and almost the first down there. Spend the full first quarter trying to find something, and with 50 seconds left. With 1 minute quarters, it is very hard to get any points going, and they're going to elect for the kick here. And with about 50 seconds left for Arizona, Nebraska's going to go up 3-0. Arizona now with 40 seconds do something themselves. They're going to call a timeout. And they actually ran the time after the timeout. I wasn't too sure what the CPU was doing there. And Arizona to start out now. All they really need is a touchdown and a kill time while doing it. They're on 3rd and 9 though. Not looking very good. They're going to just barely get the first down though. And Arizona's moving down the field. 1 minute though. They got a minute drill as they're going to get almost to midfield here. 3rd and 10. Slings it deep, and they're in field goal range now. They're just looking to stay in field goal range, and they are definitely in it now. But could they possibly go for a touchdown here? They're getting closer and closer and closer. But they are just going to elect to kick, and this will be a tied game, which means we have overtime in the very first game with the 1 versus 8 seed. Arizona, the best team in basketball. Can they be the best team in football today? They're going to stuff this Nebraska defense though, and Nebraska's gonna have to kick it, which in overtime is not very good. So all Arizona's gonna need now is a touchdown. They're gonna get stopped on the first here. Gonna have time in the pocket. He's gonna escape for the first down. 2nd and 2 now, trying to run it in. They're gonna get the first down. Now all they need to do is just punch it in. Gonna get stopped here though on 1st down. Handing over to 2nd. He's going to get in, and the 1-seeded Arizona will move on. Next, 2-seeded Michigan versus 7-seeded Houston. Both these teams were actually ranked at the end of the season for college football. Michigan is going to pick up the first down. And wasting a lot of the first quarter as we're almost at the end of it. And they're not even going to get to midfield before the first quarter is over. Spending all the time they have in the half. But they keep picking up big gains here. Looking for that touchdown. He's going to escape. Quarterback sneak touchdown, Michigan. Over to Houston now. They got to try to do something themselves. They're going to not pick up the first down. Now they're at 3rd and 5. He's going to drop it somehow. And Houston has to punt away. And if you punt at all with 1 minute quarters, your game is pretty much over. Rolling out now. Michigan now controlling this game. Looking over. Going to put it to 2nd down. 4th and 1. The game on the line. And he's going to pick it up pretty easily. Which means that the Michigan Wolverines will be able to just kill the clock. And now moving on to 3-seeded UConn, 6-seeded Iowa State. UConn is better team in basketball, but it's not even close in football. As Iowa State should be able to just steamroll UConn. And this shouldn't even be close. UConn's horrible at football. Iowa State stepping back. It's a pick! UConn picks it in the first 6 seconds of this game. And a surprise now is UConn stepping back now. He's going to get sacked. Eventful first 2 plays here. Stepping back. 2nd and 16. Rolling out. Sacked again. Back-to-back sacks for Iowa State. Getting this ball back is what they were trying to do. Sacked 3 times in a row after the interception, and Iowa State can get the ball. What a crazy first quarter. Iowa State not able to get much. They got 40 seconds. It just ran out, and now UConn has the ball in the second half. That's the first positive plays they've had at all, as they got sacked 3 times after that interception. They do get a first down, though. If they can keep the first downs going, they will be able to win this game, and they're going to get across the line. Really, all they need here is a field goal, and somehow UConn would be able to win this game. They're at midfield now. Now they're past midfield, looking across the middle, and they're in field goal range, and they're going to kick it. and it is good. UConn is going to take the lead up 3-0. Iowa State's going to have maybe 2 plays to try to do something. They're going to throw a check down for some extra yardage, get a little bit closer. Now it is time for the Hail Mary. Iowa State sends it, and it is not going to go. UConn is going to somehow upset. Not in the seeding, but definitely an upset when you think about the football. Maybe they would have been able to do it with Brock Purdy still as their quarterback. Now, 4-seeded Duke versus 5-seeded Illinois. Both teams are pretty similar in football and pretty similar in basketball. Very similar programs. Just one in the ACC and one in the Big Ten. Illinois trying to get something to start, and at 4th and 1, they're just going to end up punting it away back to Duke. Duke stepping back now, trying to get this game started, and they're gonna, as they get all the way past midfield. Setting up a screen, gonna get around them. It's a great start of the game for Duke. As we are in the 3rd quarter for how long Illinois took on their first drive, and Duke's just getting closer and closer, and he's gonna hezzy the guy, and he's in the end zone. Illinois now has a minute to do something themselves. They're gonna get a little pass. Looking deep now. Can he find his man? And he takes it in, but it was stopped as they weren't even able to get the kickoff as the time ran out. Now moving on, we have Duke versus Arizona. And Arizona just getting pummeled on the kickoff. Now to start. Tries to go out wide, doesn't really find anything. 3rd and 7. Needs the first down. They're gonna just barely get it. Arizona's gonna hold possession in the 2nd quarter, as they're gonna find some open space rolling down the field across midfield. Stepping back now, and that's gonna be an Arizona Wildcats touchdown. A great start for Arizona. I don't know if Duke is able to do anything similar. Set up now. Looking. Finds his man for a 80-yard touchdown. 81 yards. What a touchdown. And it is a 7-7 tie game. Now in the second half, Arizona's got the ball back early, wasting all the time in the world in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to kill time and then kick this thing. And with 3, 2, 1, as they did not have enough time to get close enough on the field for a field goal, as we are now going to overtime. Duke is getting stuffed off the very start. It is going to be a 4th down, which just means that they have to kick it. So all Arizona needs is a touchdown. Setting up now. Trying to roll out wide. Not going to see much. 2nd and 5. They're going to throw it out wide. And it was a immediate touchdown right after that. The footage, unfortunately, was chopped out of there, but they did score the touchdown, and Arizona moved on to the championship game. UConn versus Michigan. Now this is going to be a crazy upset attempt for UConn, as Michigan is such a good franchise. As you can see there, it breaks 2 tackles and heads all the way to the end zone for Michigan to start up 7-0. And UConn's hopes right there are pretty much done, as UConn 2nd and 6. Able to find anything here? Yes, they will, as they will get a first down with 50 seconds left in the half, as they actually are getting downfield pretty well, and they need to keep this up if they have any chance of beating this Michigan Wolverines team. And they look for the end zone, but it's picked by the blue and yellow, and any real chance UConn had in this game was ended in that pick. But they're going to sling it deep. All the hopes and dreams. He takes it in. UConn is right back into this game. Wheeling out. It's a touchdown. And it is a 6-7 game. Now a 7-7 game. And with 20 seconds left, the UConn defense just has to stop Michigan. But they're going to get closer to midfield. And with 18 seconds left, he's going to run it. And I think they're going to run out of time. Not after that big play. And with 6 seconds left, a deep Michigan kick to try to ice this game. And they will. is a field goal, which is going to deliver the win for Michigan, which means it is now the Michigan Wolverines, the 2 seed, versus the Arizona Wildcats, the 1 seed, which makes for this national championship game. Arizona trying to get something started as they now move to 2nd and 2. They're going to get the first down, though, and that's a good start for this Arizona Wildcats team. And they wasted an entire quarter doing so, and they're going to get about to the half line, but they were not able to get anything, and it will be punted away to Michigan. And Michigan's going to have 40 seconds to do something with it. Try to get some points on the board knowing that they are getting the ball back, as Michigan's going to get in field goal range, but backed up 1st and 20 on a penalty. They're just going to sling it, and he's open for the touchdown. Michigan is going to start this game 7-0, and while getting the ball back, if they can kill enough time, they could possibly just end this game on pure time. But Arizona is going to send to a 3rd and 1, but it's the quarterback keeper. It's been deadly this playoffs. And Arizona's going to start wasting all of their timeouts, as Michigan's going to keep it. And with a minute left and no timeouts, Michigan should be able to just kill this game, as it is the Michigan Wolverines that, if you put the best 8 basketball teams into football, they would be the champions. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a great day.